Shut up and sit down.
What's going on, guys? This is the MMA Complex. My name is Josh.
And I'm James.
And we are back with a brand new episode. It is July 21st, Tuesday evening, 2020. Man. All right, man. How's everything going?
Good, dude. It's been a rough day today. And I wake up super early in the morning. But
I know. Well, us both, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. You were definitely a lot earlier than I.
But I mean, like, from someone to be off for so long, off for work for so long, and
yeah.
all of a sudden go back. How was that, dude? Because it sucked.
I'm the job's great, the people are great, but honestly,
You're done with it.
Yeah, I'm over it, and I was over it before this whole COVID thing, and honestly, I was looking. I've been enjoying this COVID time off. I know, it sucks to say, but it's true. Spend time with the family, do things that I want, do more podcasting. It's just that's the life. That's the dream life. Mm-hmm. It's to do this full time, pay the bills, and just
don't worry about anything.
Yeah, don't worry about anything. Just pays the bills and spend the rest of the time just spending time with the stuff that's important, like family and friends and all that. But go back to work. I got to be I'll be grateful, and it is nice to get a little bit of a change, go say what's up to people, and get back into the groove of things. It wasn't really that difficult. It's slow. For those who don't know, I work in the hotel business. It's not.
People are like checking rooms out.
It's definitely changed a lot. You're all taking the necessary precautions, and it's it's slow. It's slow business. Tourism is pretty much it's dead in the water right now, and I don't know when it's going to come back. It's not looking too good, at least for the near future. Everybody has their high hopes, but I'm not really holding my breath. So
no, it's funny because I think they were saying like, "Oh, wait till the summer gets here, and then it's all going to be done."
The heat kills it. Yeah, no. You let people out and mingle, and then it just picks up again, and then we have to close down again. Even though a lot of people who are anti kind of COVID, I think there is some truth to, fudging numbers. There is some truth to it's not a death sentence, but it's still easily catchable. It does affect people different, and especially hits the older people and preconditions, those with preconditions, a lot harder than, normal, healthy kind of individuals. Most of us could kind of get over it pretty quick. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's just, it's cool. I mean, it is what it is. You kind of have to go do my thing. It's only going to, hopefully, kind of be for a little while, and then I kind of get back to just focusing on this kind of stuff. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes for me. But no, it's been fine. It's been chill. I'm pretty much going to be like this for the rest of the week, and then see how it goes. And then everything good?
Yeah, can't complain. Still working. It sucks. I mean, I wish I could just stay home and sleep and eat, but I can't. Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't. But I've been spending my money like stupid lately too, so I gotta just stay away from the internet altogether because I see things.
You're buying a lot of like,
unnecessary things.
But I mean, I think it's nice luxuries that you haven't splurged on yourself like ever.
No, I never. It's my first time ever really do.
Yeah. And you're starting to. And it's good. I mean, you're buying like, what? You're buying stuff that you're not buying like useless stuff. You're buying stuff that you actually use on a daily basis.
Yeah, I like to feel comfortable when I'm working or at
a new computer. You got your mug, your coffee mug. You got your pressure cooker. Yeah, you got nice underwear.
Yeah, and nice socks too.
Nice socks.
Yeah. Those songs are fucking amazing.
You know,
I'm waiting to pair right now.
Yeah, you're spending on stuff that makes you feel good and your daily stuff, and why not?
I love cooking, by the way.
Me, I think I'm spending more my money
on decorating, right?
On decorating the new place and this and the set and just around the house, and that's where I spend or getting stuff for my son or something like that. I maybe buy a shirt or two for myself or a pair of shorts or
it's what happens when we become adults, right? Like the stuff like that stuff doesn't really matter. It's all about like appliances that makes us excited, or decorating the house gets you excited.
Yeah, like I'm thinking of like adding like this color effects around the TV in the back. I'm like that kind of stuff. I'm like looking to I don't know. Sometimes I shop online and look at shoes and I'm like, oh, I could use that or I could use that, and but then I really don't need it. Like no. I'd rather spend money on stuff that I really
they really
get some use out of it, or it makes the comfortable, be more comfortable. Mm-hmm. That's what it really is. Let's get to fights. Fights were great this past week. We had 3 events in a row. You had Calvin Kattar and Ige on Wednesday, and it kind of went how we thought. I mean, Ige put up a really good battle, and,
he did.
and it was a really fun fight to watch. Let's get to that card real quick. I want to see if I'm missing anybody. I don't want to miss any fights. But that was a very fun card, a very fun main event for sure. It was a second event for Fight Island. Tim Elliott, Ryan Benoit. That was a great one. Jimmy Rivera, Cody Stamann. That was a great one. Talia Santos, and the list goes on and on and on. But Calvin Kattar, I think, now is a full-fledged title contender, I would say.
I agree with that, yeah.
I think he lost to Aghamid Sharapov. I think he lost to, the guy that looks like Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, yeah.
He lost to him. Split decision, I think. It was a close fight. But Kattar is fantastic boxing, tough as nails, well-rounded, stays off his back. I mean, the guy's tough, man, and he's got like 4.
He's durable too.
3. He had 3 knockouts in a row before this, or 4 knockouts in a row before this, and then has a unanimous decision where he dominates the 5th round, closes up Ige's eye and all that. That was a great event. I think Kattar's now in the minds of any fight fan, especially UFC fans. And then you had this past weekend, Figuerito versus Benavidez. I mean, where do you go from here? I felt bad for Benavidez. I know you didn't see his press conference, his post-fight, but the guy was tearing up. I
mean, like it's always been a running joke with that guy. Like as far as like if we see other fighters in different weight classes always get to that title shot and then never win, they become the Benavidez of their division. So, or
before it was the Uriah Faber.
Yeah.
So, for those who don't know, we're drinking some Enter Night Pilsner.
Yeah, some Metallica beer. They teamed up with Stone, I think, last year.
Yeah.
For the last coming tour. Yeah, it's a good beer. But yeah, like I felt bad. I mean, it was a one-sided fight, one-sided beatdown.
One-sided beatdown, man. It was basically Figuerito was I think beat him kind of convincingly the first time, and UFC made a case and chalked it up to the headbutt. I think it did play a factor, but I mean he knocked him out right after. And then this one was just any time he touched Benavidez, it was
left hook,
lights out, man. It was like from the first swing, I think he knocked him on his ass.
I think he dropped him 3 times in that fight.
3 times in the fight.
It took him down 3 times.
Yeah, nearly submitted him once before he finished him at the end of the first, and it was nasty, man. It was like any shot he threw, it just landed, and it really affected Benavidez and it damaged him and it hurt him, and it just shows how much of a beast Figuerito is. And I mean, do I think he's unbeatable? No, I would like to see him against other people, but the guy's The guy's a terror, man. The guy's a Brazilian beast, man.
Did he make weight? Yeah, he made weight, right?
Yeah, he made weight this time.
Yeah.
The first time he didn't get the belt because that was another reason why they redid it, is because he missed weight, and this time he made weight, and he made it even more convincing that he deserves to be champ. So the guy's a beast, man. Jack Herminson defeating Calvin Gaslam. I mean,
I think it's
sad night.
Yeah,
sad night for Calvin Gaslam.
Yeah, like we were talking about this on the ride over here.
Yeah, you fly 13 to 14 hours to Abu Dhabi.
Get tested
like a million times.
Yeah, have to get
fight camp,
self-quarantine.
Yeah, fight camp, cut weight, self-quarantine, even self-quarantine afterwards. Test again, and you lose the fight in a minute 18.
And I don't know, like it seems like he didn't even try to escape the submission.
I think he didn't think it was going to be. He was really going to get it, so he lazily fought it off until he couldn't. He was stuck.
It's rare to see a fighter, especially in Calvin's
caliber,
submit to a leg lock.
Yeah, and I think it was he I don't think he thought he was going to get caught in it, and he ended up found himself stuck in it, and then he couldn't get out. Where does Calvin go from here?
I don't know, man. A rematch? No, I can't. You can't rematch.
No.
I mean, I don't know.
Fight a middleweight, like a Uriah Hall, maybe, do a Uriah Hall rematch.
Yeah, and then maybe at some point runs one back.
Yeah, I think he should. I think he should fight for it.
It was a pretty bad loss.
I don't know, man.
Just the way it ended, and
I mean, he's lost 3 in a row, but he's fought in his last 6 or so top level guys. So
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know where he goes from here. I mean, I would say I think he's still a big name. He's still a top guy.
And his fighting style was awesome.
His fighting style is awesome.
It just seemed like he didn't show up to this fight.
Yeah, he's fought nothing but top level competition. I think you give him a little bit of a pass on that. I think a Uriah Hall level, maybe even do that one again. I think that's where he should be in and get a couple of wins.
Yeah,
maybe even drop back down, get a little bit more disciplined with your weight.
Yeah,
drop back down. You're a small middleweight anyway.
That's true.
Maybe you could help him out a little bit. But I don't know if he's at this point in his career if he's down to do that. He went through a lot of trouble trying to make 170. Also on this card, I mean, Ariane Lipski picking up a win. Her second win in the UFC. She's like 2-1 now. Nasty Nibar. I mean, she looked good, man. She was aggressive. She stood out. I'm not holding her as high as I would like Amanda Ribas. I think Amanda Ribas would probably beat Lipski.
Yeah,
especially in the stand-up.
Yeah,
because Lipski gets hit, but I mean they're both very attractive, very dangerous women. Lipski is proved that she's very dangerous. Even when she landed it, and she got the submission, and she did that roar afterwards.
Oh,
she looked hot doing that. I mean,
she's like Kenny for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, great event. I think. Which one's your favorite over the past? Obviously, I think Usman and Masvidal. I think was probably my favorite event overall.
Yeah, and then I think this
would probably second.
Yeah,
and then I would agree.
Just based on the main event and
the card overall.
Yeah, the card overall was great. It was entertaining.
Yeah,
I didn't find myself being bored at any time.
Yeah, and I do find the Cater and Ige fight. I think it's probably one of the best. That was one of the more entertaining ones because I really liked that main event. But the rest of the card was not super interesting.
Yeah. I always tend to watch these fights not live, just so I can fast forward through all that crap.
What's cool about ESPN though is that they put them up right away.
Yeah, they do. It's available, so I wait till it's over without getting any spoiler alerts and just watch it. It's fast forward through everything.
Where does Benavidez go from here? It looked like he was gonna retire, but now, at the post fight, he was saying that he wants one more win. Do you think it's worth at this point in his career? At this point,
I mean, that's
a loss like that.
I don't think it is. I think I don't think a win would change anything as far as his legacy goes. I think his legacy set in stone. But if he wants to go out with a win, then you can't fault the guy. But is it necessary? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think if you lose in a title fight, that's probably the best way to lose. I think
for him, it's more like the way he lost and how dominant he lost.
Yeah, because he got dominated. Yeah. I think that's really what it is. I don't think it's the loss as itself.
Yeah, because you see many fighters retire in a loss. Yeah. I think it's the way he lost.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was a title fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he had that stigma already on him that he can't win big fights.
I mean, I would like to see him retire with a crowd. Maybe that'll be better. Something like that. But when is that going to happen?
I know. That's a good point. Because, I mean, do you really want to win on an empty arena? And just for...
You win your belt on the empty arena. You defend it on an empty arena.
Yeah, there's no emotion.
You lose it on an empty arena.
Yeah. Just retire now. Like, you got a banging hot wife.
Yeah, just retire. You got a banging hot wife. I don't know. You can't open up a gym yet, but I don't know. Commentary career, he doesn't really have one. I don't know. I mean,
his wife's gonna be making all the money.
Yeah.
She has a great broadcasting career. She even works for the NFL.
Yeah, so there you.
They're set.
I think he's set. I don't. If you get another win,
is it going to mean anything?
Yeah, it's not going to mean anything unless you lose, and then what? You have another. You have to go to another.
Not just that, but I'm afraid that if he wins, he's going to want that itch even more. He's going to win again.
And what if he wins convincingly by knockout?
Yeah, exactly. He's going to convince himself that he's ready for that title shot.
Yeah,
and this is going to happen to him again, a third time.
I thought lose, retire. You gave your one last shot for a title. Call it a day. There you go. What's another training camp?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I totally agree with that.
I don't know. But, he is who he is. He's still young-ish. You know what I mean? He's had a long career, but, yeah, I feel bad for the guy. Any other news that's gone on? You have Bellator having a card this weekend. Their first event. I think it's great for Bellator. We'll cover that card in just a moment. Any other news that stands out to you on any of these this week?
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything either. I mean, you have Khabib talking about fighting by the end of the year. A lot of back and forth with him and Gaethje about hey, you should fight Conor or this and that while I'm waiting or something like that. But Joe Duffy also retiring. He was very honest with his statement, saying that he just doesn't feel like he has it anymore. He gave it a go, and it's time for him to call it a day. You have a guy like that calling it a day who was respected but never really got the shine.
Yeah, he was one of those guys who was brought in as a Conor killer because he beat Conor back in the day, and people wanted that fight, to replay that fight, and it never came to fruition.
Yeah,
and he never held up to his reputation in the UFC.
Yeah, and there wasn't a lot of news this week either. So let's get to this card real quick because I want to break down this weekend's card because I think this weekend's card is very interesting. It's looks very fun. It's going to be an entertaining Saturday. Well, let's get to Bellator real quick because I want to get before we get to UFC. So Bellator's got 242 Benavidez versus Pettis. Yeah, Ricky Benavidez, who got popular on his promotional debut, beating the Irish Bellator Conor McGregor.
Yeah. That's right.
Kicking him in the face. I forgot his name. Sergio Pettis, second time out, I think, with Bellator. You have Jordan Mean making it, I think, his promotional debut. You have Aaron Pico fighting against Solo Haitley Jr., kicking off the main card. Aaron Pico making his return. I think this is one of his first fights with Jackson, or is it
his
second fight with Jackson?
His second fight.
You have it's not a big card. You have Rafael Stotts, who was a former guest on the show, on there, but pretty entertaining Bellator card this Friday, I believe. That's on Paramount Network. That's free for all you guys. Titan FC has having a card this weekend. LFA is having a card this weekend. I think they're third of their 4-set series. And then you have UFC Whittaker versus Till is this weekend. Good card. I like the card. Undercards, like whatever. You have some decent names on the air. You have Bech Correa versus Pani Kianzad, who was a former guest recently of ours. That fight got booked and is set for Fight Island, and it's this weekend. So good luck to Pani Kianzad. We're rooting for her. You have Kazma Chiamev, I think, who fought last Saturday or last Wednesday and is making his return.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
That guy's a beast. Tall, ferocious, freaking light heavyweight. He's like, I'm very interested to see how that guy goes against Reese McKee. You have Paul Craig on the card. You have Carlos Esparza versus Marina Rodriguez on the card. Alexander Gustafson versus Fabricio Verdum is on this card. Alexander making his heavyweight debut. Fabricio coming back after a loss versus, I think he lost to, what's his name? It's not Olenek. It might be Olenek. But either way, Gustafson making his heavyweight debut. Good move?
I don't think so.
No? Now, do you think... Now, I think Gustafson, might be favored in this fight, but not by much. I like his chances of beating Verdum in this fight, but I don't think we're dealing with the same Gustafson anymore. I don't.
No, I think when he gets guys like, I don't know, like the champ or DC or not DC, but Francis Ngannou
or Stipe,
yeah, he gets knocked out by those guys. Yeah.
Now Gustafson's a big guy. He's 6'5", 6'6", somewhere around there.
So the guys in the heavyweight division, though.
Yeah. A lot of guys in the heavyweight division. He's on the lighter side.
Yeah.
His footwork's great. His boxing's great. But does he have? Because he retired. He didn't look that great against Jones.
No.
I think he beat Teixeira before that. But he's just still not the same guy.
No.
He's not the guy that fought Jones the first time around. He's nowhere near that person anymore.
Not at all.
But neither is Verdum, possibly.
No, I mean, like, my pick is going to be...
Is your pick Gustafson?
Gustafson, yeah. But what happens if he beats him? Then who is it?
Yeah, or where
it's going to be...
Where does he go after this? It's going to be a tough road, I think.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe it's a rejuvenation after it. I think he took maybe a year off. This is his first fight back after a while. I don't know what to make of it. I think they're both obviously Verdum is longer in the tooth, but I think they're both kind of like really trying to find themselves with this fight. Do they still have it?
Yeah,
this is going to be a tell. Nogueira versus Lil Nog versus Shogun 3. Shogun's already won 2 of these. I think we both find it a fun fight. 2 guys that are just going to go at it. 2 veterans. It's not going to be the fastest.
The fight doesn't require 2 technical guys. Yeah. It requires maybe names and nostalgia. So that's the perfect fight.
This is a perfect fight. This is not going to be a fast, high speed, high paced, technical fight. This is going to be just a slug. Slug them out. Bloody. 2-rounder, 3-rounder. Who knows?
So then we both pick Shogun, right?
I'm going to go with Shogun. I just love Shogun, so I'm just going to go with him.
Yeah.
Whittaker versus Darren Till. Main event.
Great fight.
Possibly number 1 contender fight.
Yeah.
Whittaker coming off of the style bender loss. Having the 2 wars and the surgeries with Yoel Romero. Darren Till coming off a win over Kevin Gaslam. Second fight, I believe, at middleweight.
Yeah.
Both former welterweights. Who do you have?
I like Whittaker in this fight.
Yeah.
I think Whittaker has more tools in his toolbox, and I think he's a more rounded fighter.
Well-rounded, yeah.
Than Darren Till. And I think, I think Darren Till bit too much
in this fight.
Yeah.
I applaud Darren Till for going after it. They're going back and forth, but yeah, I agree. Whittaker, I think, just has more footwork, more tools in his toolbox, whatever you want to call it, and more weapons. And I think Darren Till's limited combo striking and his, I don't think it's going to get it done.
The same basic moves with him.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to get it done. I think Whittaker is going to catch him slipping in some part, and I in a 5-round fight, I will see Whittaker finishing it.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's me. This I think is the last fight in Abu Dhabi for a little while. It's on ESPN, ESPN Plus, all that. So it's going to be a free card.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good one. Not a whole lot of news. We got Bellator returning. We got a great UFC card and a couple other promotions sprinkled in. Next week we'll try to get you guys a guest, get you to see what kind of news comes out of it.
Yeah.
This week, and we'll be back till next week. Follow us on all social media.
Yep. All right, guys. Enjoy the fights, and see you guys next week.